Lorna Riley, Trip Notes podcast host, is with me at the desk. Lorna, good morning.
Good morning. It seems a little frivolous to be talking travel after those terrible scenes out of Wellington, but nevertheless, let's do it.
Well, so weather permitting that you can travel too, because
Yes.
the airport's been down, of course. So we'll look at the sport-themed holidays. You've been having a look at this.
Yeah, like sports tourism, it's absolutely enormous now. The UN estimates it's worth $680 billion a year. It accounts for 10% of the travel industry, and it shows no signs of slowing down. And of course, as Kiwis, we absolutely love our sport. So top of the list for the global feast of action is, of course, the FIFA World Cup. Bigger than ever this year, co-hosted by the States, Canada and Mexico. The biggest tournament in football history, so it's been expanded to 48 teams. Matches from New York and Los Angeles through to Mexico City as well. Closer to home, rugby fans are eyeing the All Blacks Northern Tour, so you can do that long haul rugby trip and then maybe pop off to Paris or Rome while you're there, which I quite like that idea. And of course, Formula One has always been a big sports tourism industry, so you can go to the glamour of Monaco. I think we've got a shot of that. There's a night race in Singapore, or you can combine Melbourne's Grand Prix with a foodie weekend, which sounds good to me. So instead of just being something you watch, it is becoming much a reason to travel. But I think even if you're travelling for other reasons, you should always try and build in a visit to a local game. When I was in Memphis a couple of years ago, I headed off to a baseball game, my one and only baseball game, watching the Memphis Firebirds. Absolutely loved it. You get a real sense of the people, the local people and their passions.
Great idea. Now, Las Vegas, of course, the only sport in town is gambling, but that's changing.
Yeah, Las Vegas is undergoing a bit of a makeover. Have you ever been?
No, never
No,
been. Always wanted to.
I've never been either, and it is on my list. The neon still glows and the roulettes are still spinning, but there is a whole lot of other things happening there. First stop has got to be the Sphere. You've probably seen this, that giant glowing orb that lights up the Strip. There's a next level entertainment stuff inside, wraparound screens, immersive sound. It feels like you stepped right inside the show, and major artists are lining up for residencies. So you can turn a weekend in Vegas into a full-blown sensory event. Sport is now centre stage in Vegas as well. They're getting on the bandwagon then, so they're home to the NFL's Raiders, the NHL's Golden Knights, and Formula One has totally transformed the Strip as well. A high-speed night racetrack, which would just be incredible, wouldn't it? There's even talk of more mega sporting events, so it will turn it into a sports tourism heavyweight, I think. And then, of course, there's the food. You've got celebrity chefs now dominating the Strip. It's not that buffet that we sort of think about, a free-for-all in Vegas anymore. A global tasting tour without leaving the desert. And you've still got all those other things, the Bellagio fountain, the 24-hour nightlife, the over-the-top themed hotels. But yeah, there's a lot more besides now too.
Yeah, it's funny because you think it is just a desert, isn't it?
It is just a desert.
You know, and you look at, we've spoken a lot about in the Middle East, some of these cities, big cities that are trying to revamp. You don't actually need any natural, you don't need a Mount Cook.
No.
You know, or a
No.
Milford Sound.
No, if you've got the entertainment there, you've built a playground in the middle of the desert, and that's what Vegas is really becoming.
Very cool. Right, you've got a warning for those heading to the Cook Islands. This is dengue.
Yeah, well, we've heard about this before, that there is dengue fever in the Cook Islands, and so there's extra protection measures in place for travellers arriving and departing in terms of temperature checks and things. As I understand it, with dengue fever, the first time it's not so bad, but the second time can be fatal. So there are warnings there, but there's also another hotspot that has come under the spotlight now, and that is that the US has issued a level 2 warning for the Seychelles. And again, the problem is mosquitoes. This time it is a virus called chikungunya. I hope I'm saying that right. It can cause fever and severe joint pain as well. So if you're planning a trip to the Cook Islands or the Seychelles, take your mozzie spray.
Absolutely, and it's during the day. This is the thing about the Cooks that I learnt the other day, that it's daytime mosquitoes, not nighttime.
Not that evening, yeah.
And you don't really think about putting on mosquito necessarily repellent during the day, do you?
No.
All right, Lorna, good to see you as always. Thank you.
Ryan.
That's Lorna Riley, the Trip Notes podcast host, with us this morning for travel.